Hey everybody, it's Monday, the day after the last video, and done shipping for the day. So I went to got a new blade for the table saw. You can't see it in the picture here, and I got the table saw all dialed in, I hope. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to operate it on the floor for now until I can get a bench built for it. But what I'm going to do right now is start cutting and assembling the cabinet, 1, 2, 3, 4 cabinet pieces for the miter saw bench. You can see over here, like I mentioned in the last video, I had Home Depot. I got 2 4x8 birch pieces of 3/4 inch plywood. I had Home Depot rip a cut at 35 1/4. That gives me all my heights, and then 2 pieces over here which I'm going to take outside and miter cut for rails, and then I'll bring those in here and cut the rails down to the right width. Meanwhile, before I do that, I have all these pieces that Home Depot cross cut at 23. I asked for 23 1/4 or 3/4, but 2 pieces are a little bit longer than that because they can't cut small pieces due to the regulations because it shoots the pieces out. And they use a general blade, and I don't know if you guys can see it from this distance. I have to bring the phone closer, but it's not a nice cut on a veneer on one side. One side's great. The underside's not. Now, what I could do is just have 2 sides a little bit deeper than the other ones. But I don't even know how accurate. Let's pull 2 out. I don't even know how accurate his measurements and cuts were. So, I mean, now see, there's a little bit of edge here, so that's a little bit off. So what I did is I set up the rip fence on the table saw to 23 5/8, so that way I don't have a lot of waste. I mean, it's not that much waste, but so I'm gonna pass all these through at the 23 5/8, so these should all be the same depth, and these are gonna go this way, so that'll make them all the same depth. And then when I'm done with that, that's when I'll go outside and take, I don't know if you can see this on camera, I'll bring it over here, but I got these pieces. This is the other pieces from the rip cut, and for the 2 end cabinets, they're wider. I'm going to go out my miter saw. I guess I could do it here. I don't have a very good, what I need to do, sitting here trying to think in my head, is I need to cut 26 inches and 26 inches, and I think there'll be enough for doing another 26 inches. Add that in my head. 26 is 52. 52 plus 26 is 78. That's less than 8 feet, right? So I'll have 3 sections of 26 inches, and then I'll bring those in or wherever I do it, and then I'll cut them at, I think, I have to look at the plans, I think it's going to be 3 or 4 inches wide. I should be able to get 3 pieces, 6 pieces. I should be able to get 9 pieces out of that, and then I'll have to get a 10th piece out of the other one. And then the narrow cabinets, I don't remember what the dimension is, but I'll do the same thing to get their pieces out of the remainder of that board over there. So, and then I'll probably take a break or 2 doing all that, because you guys probably know me by now. With my health issues, I get tired and fatigued very easily and need to stop and rest, so I'll do that. So I don't know if today I'll be jumping to pocket screws or not. That might be the next clip of this video. I'm gonna try to do a time lapse of me cutting. If you guys want to see me cut, it's gonna be funny doing it on the ground like this. I did find last night when I was doing YouTube videos again for assembly benches, I found the assembly bench I want to do. He actually used a Rockler prefabricated top with the rails in it. I looked at that top and I can't remember the price. It seemed reasonable, but I think it was over 200 bucks. So I don't know if that sounds reasonable or not. I probably want to make my own bench top, route it, and put my own rails in. It'd be a lot cheaper. But the dimensions of it, and it had drawers in it. It had 2 vertical standing drawers in it, so I could put clamps in there. And it was perfect size. It was 40 inches by, I want to say 2 feet. And that's about what I want. I might want it a little bit wider because I think this is a little bit wider than 2 feet. I'm kind of rambling now, I'm planning, but let's just run with it right here. That's a little more than 3 feet. So that's okay. 2 feet right there. That will probably work. And then I'll make a smaller cart to put this table on and have it built so this table height, you can't see it, I'm sorry, but the table height at the top of the table saw will be just even with the top of the assembly bench, so I can butt them together and use it as an outfeed table. But I'm going to make it as 2 separate units, I think. That way, if I just need the assembly table, I can leave the saw over there and just bring the assembly table out. And that's what I'm going to do. A lot of the miter bench is going to be fixed, but like the assembly table, the table saw bench will be on wheels. And I think once this goes out in the greenhouse, I'll have a drill press and some sanding things. And all right, let's get to work, okay? We need to start cutting this. It's after 1 o'clock. My daughter's gonna call me in an hour or so, asking for a ride home from school. Cat's out of here, so I'm gonna scare the hell out of him when I turn the saw on. Right, Mango? Let's get busy. Meow. All right, kind of worn out from that. 2 things. Next investments. First, a respirator. This is an enclosed environment. It's getting dusty. I just opened up the side door. I'm just gonna have to watch out for cats. But yeah, respirator is a must. You know, I don't like it because it sweats all the time. Number 2, next investment, dust collection. As aforementioned, the dust. I have a small shop vac, but it's not the right size hose to connect to this. And I'll pop the camera off in a minute and show you. Yeah, I thought in my mind I'll get a little bit of dust here, I'll vacuum it up when I'm done and go on. It's a lot of dust, and there's dust here in front of the saw, and this is hardwood. I put the hardwood in, well, Pergo hardwood, but I put it in when I turn this into a studio. Not good with the sawdust. It makes it kind of slippery with my cool Pokemon Vans here, so that's not good. So a little discussion on dust collection. I can get a bigger shop vac and just connect it, because I plan to put pipes across here for each station, and maybe pop one up into the attic and have one be able to pop down for the saw and the sanding out here. But in the meantime, do I just get a normal shop vac, Or I saw one at Rockler I liked, but it was like $270, and it hung up on the wall there, 4-inch tubing, and it came with the tubing. And then I saw Home Depot has a similar model for only $150, but I have to order that, and it takes a couple days to get here. So I'm gonna contemplate that. I'm still gonna finish up these cuts here today. But yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that and decide what I want to do before I do another major cutting like this, which will be probably when I get ready to put the tops on, which will probably be towards the end of the week, I hope. So, yep, let me get busy. I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna cross cut that and then rip the rails out of it. So, see you in the next clip. Hey, just want to point out I ran, actually I went to Home Depot and Lowe's yesterday, spent an hour at each. I couldn't find an attachment. This is my old 3-gallon vacuum. Works fine, needs to be cleaned out. And I kind of just want to use this until I get some things set up before I decide if I'm going to go with a hanging dust collector or just a shop vac. I didn't want to buy anything new right now. I'd rather spend my money on the saws and just use this until I can, you know, plumb everything and decide what I'm going to do. So anyway, I ended up going to Rockler this morning. And Rockler has tons, I mean, it's like a candy store for woodworkers. I'm sure all those woodworkers out there know that already. But they had this piece here. I got 2 of them because I wasn't sure which would work. Obviously not that one. So I'm going to return that. So I got that piece, but I've been in Home Depot because they did have a couple of these pieces at a Home Depot that would have worked. But let me grab this. They were all 2.5 outside diameter, and so yeah, it won't work. So Rockler also had this Dust Right Union, which is a 2.5-inch union, rubber union, whatever. So I need to loosen up the clamps, probably get it on better, but that's good enough. So now I have dust collection on the saw and help minimize the mess here. You probably saw me wearing this in the last clip. These are actually medical grade face mask. See them up there. I bought a buttload of them. I have more in the other storage area. And there's a couple boxes there, and I got this box here. I got a buttload of them, you know, at the swap meet. I buy things cheap to resell on eBay, and I've only sold 1 or 2 of these cases. So I thought, why spend the money when I have enough of these to last me probably a decade? I can't breathe in them. Anyway, it's Tuesday. I'm feeling much better. Yesterday, I figured out the night before yesterday, Monday night, that I apparently forgot to take my medications. And I was feeling it all day yesterday, being exhausted and kind of twitchy, you know, fuzzy and a little lightheaded. So I didn't get a lot done yesterday. But so now I got these pieces. I need to rip down 3.5 inches on each. And now that I'm clear-headed, I was thinking what I could have done is I could have taken that one big piece and ripped it at 3.5 inches and had 3 pieces of 3.5 inches there. And then I could have taken it to my old miter saw outside and cut it at 26 inches. Excuse me. To get exactly what the plans call. But also thinking, you know, I took off 1 3/4 off of these 2 cabinets. If I really want to, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do it, I can add 1 3/4 to the inner cabinets if I wanted to. And then the overall length will be the same. I may do that. I'm thinking very seriously may do it. I just got to remember I wrote it in my on my iPad PDF plans, you know, there that I took off the 1 3/4 there. So when I go to do the drawers, I'm going to take off 1 3/4 on the width dimension of the drawers. So just got to keep that in mind and work it through. There we go. I don't know why I'm out of breath, but I am. I hate wearing masks. But yeah, there's all my pieces. I'll get that all organized and get set up here. That worked well, and the dust vacuum started coming off here because I didn't tighten everything down and when the wood hit it. But even with that, a lot less mess, so I'm happy. Just a little bit up front here, so I'll clean that up. But so all the pieces are cut for the 2 outer cabinets. I might go ahead and just go ahead and get this cut as well for the inner cabinets. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add the extra 1 3/4 that I took off the outer cabinets so that the overall length stays the same. So, yep, I don't know. I'm not going to set up the camera for that. You saw me ripping it. I'm going to be doing the same thing over here with these pieces. So the next clip will be pocket screw time. All right, now the fun part begins. All these need 2 pocket holes on each end. So I got the jig set up here. This is one of the pieces. It's centered. Whoops, centered here. And I went in and clamped a little block. Whoops, needs to be clamped a little tighter, so that I can just throw the board up there and it's already, that will center it up for me. And yeah, guess we'll get going, see what I can get this done tonight. All right, you probably can't see my head here, but got all the short ones done. I'm gonna take a little break in a minute. That kind of is killing the back, lower back here, so I'll get those in a minute. But in the past, I've used, it's not here, it's supposed to come with one, but I've used this Kreg lift that comes with little 2 holes, and it's a little piece that you hold there and drill, or clamp and drill. For this, I went out and got this jig. I'm not sponsored by Kreg at all, but if you're gonna do something like this, go out and get this kit. Whoa, this kit here, the K4 kit. Yeah, it was supposed to come with a little, well, it comes with a portable base, so I can take this out and put in the portable base. But I thought it came with a little single one too. But anyway, this kit comes with this clamp. It comes with this whole setup, and what it is in here, I don't want to take this nut off, is the 3 holes for guides with a screw here, and then it has a measurements on the side. So all you do is adjust it up to the thickness of your wood. So this is 3/4 inch, that's where it's at. And then it has these grooves where you lay the drill bit in, put the collar on the drill bit, and then move the shoulder up of the drill bit up again to the measurement of the depth of your wood, or the width of your wood. And then you tighten the collar. There. And that gives you the depth where you're drilling. So you just put your piece in here, clamp it in, boom, go, you're done. It's that fast and easy to repeat it. And this kit, you saw me vacuuming, and you didn't really see any blowout here of sawdust. If I didn't have this vacuum, I'd have to go up and down a couple times to let the sawdust come out. But this is made, and this attachment attaches to it, so you can attach your vacuum to it. So while you're drilling, it's sucking out all the sawdust and chips. And actually, it's a pretty good vacuum holder here, so it was actually holding the piece in place while I went ahead and clamped it. So that alone makes this kit worthwhile. So I didn't have all the sawdust. You saw a little bit come out during the early parts because I had this vacuum down too low and was kinking my hose. So, but once I put it up, it was fine. So no mess. All right, I'm gonna go take a break, and then I'm gonna finish up the rest of these, which I'm gonna do off camera. And then next we'll start assembling the cabinet pieces. All right, that's it. That's all the longer rails, all pocket screwed. And this is awesome. Made things go great. So I said I wasn't sponsored by anybody, but hey, Kreg Jigs out there, if you're looking for a common person who doesn't have a professional wood shop to sponsor your products to show that everyone can use them, contact me. I'll work something out with you guys. But that's going to be it for this video, I think. I didn't want it to go too long. While I was on my little break, I put all the clips together, just over 20 minutes. So if I keep this down, I think each video, if I make it 20 to 30 minutes, that's attention spanable. You know, kind of in my attention span anyway. But so that will be part one of the miter station, bench station setup. And like I said, I think I said it earlier, I'm only putting together the base cabinets of the bottom unit right now. The tops, get the saw in, and then from that I'm probably going to move on over to my assembly table and get that basic structure built with the top. Not doing any drawers and anything yet, but that way when I get the top with the rails, I can, you know, put in my jig and I can work on that and work in the other cabinets better than trying to use my wife's cabinet and just kind of shoving all her stuff off. That would probably anger her. So I'm not going to do that. So these next few videos are going to be getting the base up, the base cabinets, the top, and getting the saw set. And then we'll do the assembly table, and then we'll jump back to do the upper section frame of the miter station, and we'll go from there on what the budget looks like. And I might move to some other projects. I think one project I need to do is move the cat box somewhere else. Cats did a number in there, a number 2, so I don't want to be out here anymore. So until the next video, hope you guys have a great week. I'm gonna get a quick drink before I cough again. Hope you guys have a great week, and like, subscribe. Any comments, questions, ideas, I'm open to them all. If you subscribe, I appreciate it. My goal is to get another 5,000 subscribers as fast as possible, because then I can have a little store at the bottom of my YouTube here with some of my goodies, my T-shirts and stuff, Aquaponic T-Shirts or whatever. So yeah, subscribe, share with your friends, like. Let me know in the comments. If you turn the little bell on, you'll get notified of any new videos I come out with. Again, they can be woodworking, they can be different projects. It could be gardening outside, aquaponics, eBay selling, Amazon selling, T-shirt creating, anything. It's just, this channel is about my life and what I like to do. So, talk to you guys later.